The hidden business model of Google, explained simply. Google feels simple on the surface. You type a question, you get an answer. You watch a video, you open a map, you send an email. Most people think Google is just a search engine. Some think it's a tech company, others think it's an AI giant. But none of those descriptions explain how Google actually makes money. Because the truth is, Google doesn't sell search. Google doesn't sell email. Google doesn't sell maps, videos, or Android. Google sells attention, and it does it better than any company in human history. To understand Google's real business model, we need to stop looking at the products and start looking at the system behind them. Let's begin with one simple question. Why is almost everything Google offers free? Search is free, Gmail is free, Google Maps is free, YouTube is free, Android is free. Running these services costs billions of dollars every year, massive data centers, global infrastructure, the best engineers in the world, yet Google charges you nothing. That's not generosity, that's strategy. Google follows a business rule that seems backwards, but is incredibly powerful. If you want to control a market, remove the price. By making its products free, Google removed friction. Anyone could use them. Everyone did. Over time, Googling became a habit, then a reflex, then a dependency. Today, Google processes over 8.5 billion searches every single day. That means Google doesn't just know what people search for, it knows when they search, why they search, what they searched before, what they're likely to search next. When someone types "best running shoes," that's not curiosity, that's buying intent. When someone searches "mortgage rates near me," that's financial intent. When someone types "cheap flights to New York," that's immediate commercial intent. Google sits between human desire and the solution, and that position is incredibly valuable because businesses don't want clicks. They want customers. Google realized early that the most valuable ads are not flashy banners or loud commercials. The most valuable ads are the ones that appear exactly when someone is already looking for something. That's how Google Ads works. Advertisers don't pay Google to show ads randomly. They pay Google to appear at the moment of intent. Every search result page is an auction happening in real time. Companies bid on keywords. Google evaluates relevance, quality, and price, and then it decides which ads appear and where. The genius part? Google only gets paid when someone clicks. So businesses feel safe. Users feel like they're choosing, and Google quietly takes a cut of nearly every decision made online. This single system generates over 80% of Google's total revenue. Not hardware, not subscriptions, not AI tools, advertising. Powered by human intent. But search alone isn't enough, so Google expanded the same model everywhere else. Take YouTube. YouTube looks like an entertainment platform, but from a business perspective, it's a behavior tracking machine. Google knows what you watch, how long you watch, when you pause, when you rewind, when you leave. That data trains recommendation systems that keep you watching longer. More time means more ads. More ads mean more data. More data means better targeting. It's a feedback loop. The longer you stay, the smarter Google gets. And it doesn't stop at video. Gmail scans patterns of communication. Google Maps tracks movement and location behavior. Android tracks device-level usage across apps. Individually, these products feel harmless. Together, they form one of the most detailed behavioral datasets ever created. Google doesn't need to know who you are. It needs to know what you do, because behavior predicts value. This is why Google rarely pushes paid subscriptions. Subscriptions limit scale. Google wants everyone, not just paying users. The more people use Google products, the more accurate the system becomes, and the more valuable the ads become. Which brings us to the most misunderstood part of Google's model. You are not the customer, you are the signal. Advertisers are the customers. Your behavior is the product being refined, packaged, and sold. Not as personal data, but as predictive access to attention. And once you understand that, Google's decisions start to make sense. Why Android is open source, why Chrome is free, why Google keeps launching tools that don't directly make money. They're not chasing profit per product. They're expanding the system. Because the more moments Google controls in your day, the more valuable its business becomes. And this is only the surface. In the next part, we'll look at how Google defends this system, why competitors struggle to break in, and how AI is changing, but not replacing, Google's core business model. Why hasn't anyone been able to seriously challenge it? Companies have tried. Microsoft poured billions into Bing. Amazon dominates shopping searches. Yet Google still sits at the center of the internet. The reason is not better technology, it's structural advantage. Google's real power is not search quality, it's distribution. Google is everywhere before the competition even shows up. Android powers the majority of smartphones globally. Chrome dominates web browsing. Google is the default search engine on most devices. Google Maps is embedded into daily movement. YouTube owns online video attention. This means Google doesn't need to convince users to switch. Users are already there. And once habits form, switching costs become psychological, not technical. You don't think, which search engine should I use today? You just search. That habit is worth more than any marketing campaign. But Google doesn't just defend its position through scale. It defends it through data advantage. Every search improves the next search. Every click refines future recommendations. Every skipped ad teaches the system what not to show. This creates a data flywheel that competitors can't easily replicate. Even if a rival builds a better algorithm, they lack the historical behavior data to train it at the same level. And Google protects this advantage carefully. Notice something interesting. Google rarely kills competitors directly. Instead, it integrates features. Maps instead of standalone GPS tools. Docs instead of Microsoft Office for casual users. YouTube instead of independent video platforms. Chrome extensions instead of separate utilities. Google absorbs use cases. Not by charging less, but by charging nothing. Now let's talk about AI. Many people believe AI threatens Google. They imagine a future where no one searches anymore. They just ask AI for answers. But Google doesn't see AI as a threat. Google sees AI as an upgrade. Why? Because AI doesn't eliminate intent. It concentrates it. Whether you type a query or ask a chatbot, you're still expressing desire, curiosity, or need. The format changes. The business logic doesn't. Google's AI tools are being built into search, ads, YouTube, and productivity software for one reason: to keep users inside the ecosystem longer. AI summaries reduce clicks, but increase reliance. AI recommendations increase engagement. AI personalization improves ad performance. Google doesn't need you to click 10 links. It needs to remain the place where decisions start. That's why Google moves carefully with AI. Too aggressive, and it breaks the ad model. Too slow, and competitors gain ground. So Google balances innovation with revenue protection. And that brings us to the uncomfortable reality. Google doesn't optimize for truth. It optimizes for relevance, engagement, and profitability. That doesn't mean Google is evil. What ranks, what gets visibility, what disappears. Entire industries rise or fall based on algorithm updates. Creators adapt. Publishers chase keywords. Businesses design products around search behavior. Google isn't just reflecting the internet, it's quietly shaping it. And yet, most users never think about this. They open a browser, they type a question, they trust the result. That trust is Google's most valuable asset, because once trust breaks, attention follows. Which is why regulation matters, why privacy debates exist, why antitrust cases keep appearing. Not because Google is too big, but because it sits at the intersection of knowledge, commerce, and influence. So what is Google's hidden business model really? It's not advertising. Advertising is just the output. Google's true business is controlling the gateway between human intent and digital outcomes. As long as people ask questions, as long as decisions begin online, as long as attention can be predicted, Google remains one of the most powerful companies ever built. Not loud, not flashy, but deeply embedded. And once you see that, you'll never look at a search bar the same way again. If you found this breakdown valuable, take a moment to like the video. It helps this channel reach people who enjoy deep business analysis like this. Subscribe if you want more simple explanations of complex companies, systems, and power structures shaping the modern world. And let me know in the comments, which company should we break down next? Thanks for watching.